All right, UFC 202, McGregor versus Nate Diaz, or should I say, Nate Diaz versus McGregor Part 2. McGregor got his revenge, definitely. I thought that it was a fair decision. I thought that McGregor came out there and wanting to avenge that loss, and he did. He controlled the early rounds. I liked his performance until the later rounds. I said third and fourth. When he ran out of gas. And I thought that it was just a matter of time because Nate Diaz started coming back, and it was just a matter of time. You get takedown and get choked again, or something that mattered because Nate Diaz's ground skills is a lot better than McGregor, but McGregor did a good job tonight of preventing that to happen, preventing for the fight to actually go to the ground. Because there was 2 takedowns I believe from Nate Diaz on the last round, the 5th round, and he was unsuccessful of stopping McGregor there. But had he controlled that, those 2 takedowns on the 5th round, I think that McGregor most likely would have got choked again. But he, like I said, McGregor trained up most likely, ground skills a little bit. It's still bad. McGregor's ground skills is not as good as Nate Diaz, like I said. But tonight it seems like he somewhat defended himself quite well. I think if Nate Diaz had a little bit more gas, because he was, blood's gushing from his eye as usual, because that scar tissue from his right eye. Nate Diaz, he always bleeds a lot, as we see in the first fight and the second fight and all the other fights. Nate Diaz tend to bleed a lot, but I believe that McGregor did a good job of defending not only the outboxing Nate Diaz in the early rounds. I thought that he defended himself quite well. He did run. I didn't like that though. He ran out of gas, and I thought it was just a matter of time because Nate Diaz started landing some big shots. But as McGregor showed us tonight, that he could also take punches. But Nate Diaz, it takes a little bit more than boxing to get him out. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of big shots that McGregor could have easily put down a different opponent with those shots, especially in the first and second round. But being Nate Diaz, who he is, he did take those shots quite well and actually not get knocked out or knocked down. Or he did get knocked down, I'm sorry, a couple times. But knocked out, nah. And as you guys can see, especially I think the second knockdown that McGregor threw to the punch that he threw to Nate Diaz, he was asking him to get up because he didn't want to go down there. Nate Diaz, that was his MO. He wanted to just get the fight on the ground so he could, most likely Nate Diaz would win on the ground. But like I said, I don't know what happened tonight. But I don't know. Would there be a third fight? Would we want to see a third fight? That's up to them. It wouldn't be bad. It was a good fight. It was a decent fight. It wasn't, I was looking for a knockout. I thought there was going to be a knockout there. Stoppage, knockout, something of that nature. But there wasn't. I thought that it was pretty clear McGregor won the fight. Nate Diaz had a couple chances there. To be quite honest, I think McGregor has a better boxing skills than Nate Diaz. That's why it makes his fight so great, because there's 2 different fighters, do different styles. And not to mention, McGregor is going up in weight, and this is Diaz's comfy weight. He's comfortable at this weight class. But, you can tell though McGregor, he needs to work more on stamina, power. Because you find those bigger guys, man, they just won't go down like what he did to Jose Aldo. Just one shot, man, it goes down. But with a different weight class, a little bit more weight, you can't just put down. I don't think. To be quite honest, I think McGregor should just go back to where he was. To the weight class. I think he will be more dominant there. But hey, he wants to go up there, and he, to be quite honest, I think he barely won tonight. I think so. I think he barely won, even though it was like, the decision was outrageous. I think he barely won tonight. Had he been on the ground, because the fight is not always going to be on their feet. It could be on the ground. So had Nate Diaz probably not gushing blood from his eyebrows and had a little bit more stamina, 1, 2 more takedowns would have ended the fight. So this fight could have gone either way, in my own opinion. Like I said, the first couple rounds, McGregor was outboxing Nate Diaz, but Nate Diaz got stamina, so he waited for McGregor to gas out, and when he did, and you can see he start landing some shots there, and it was just a matter of time. He wasn't as aggressive. He wasn't aggressive enough. If I was Nate Diaz, McGregor's running out of gas. He should have pressed harder. and he would have got the W again. He would have been 2-0. But now they're 1-1. Congratulations again to both fighters, especially to McGregor for redeeming himself and winning. I like the fight. I watched it. If you guys didn't get to see the fight, I found the link to the full fight. It's in the description. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, thank you for watching and subscribe.